Hello and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana on Farming Simulator 22 on a lovely November morning. And look what's in front of me. We finished off discussing that we would plough this because the grass is not coming back up, but of course I forgot that I had 3 days in a month, so this was always going to take time to grow because we've only just shifted into November. So that was my silly little mistake there. Does it change my plans? I don't know, because when you plough a grass field anyway, you get better yield. You know, you never get as much grass out of meadow grass as you do a field, of course. So I don't think it's going to change my plans. I think we need to just focus on... That's pretty. I think we just need to focus on getting some fields in the ground. One of the first things I want to do this morning is fertilise this field over here. And we also need to go and check on field 35. So let's have a peek. Oh, look. It's doing pretty good. So we're going to fertilise this morning. That's job number 1. Job number 2, we need to go and check on the cows, the sheep, make sure they're all okay. So let's do that. Then we'll go over to our soybeans. I probably should get a car rather than running around, but this is my morning exercise, everybody. Okay, so we've got a little bit more milk. They've got plenty of food. The slurry's good. Let me just check on their bees to look from here. Yeah, see, they're doing absolutely fine. I think I'll leave that. Their productivity is at 100%. Effectiveness is all in green. And the sheep are doing really well. And you can see now, finally, they're producing milk. But let's go and have a look for ourselves. How much manure do we have? That's moving along better. I'm pleased about that. Hello, sheepies. Hello, babies. What's nice is because this is here, they're always topped up food. It will just automatically top up for them. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so chuffed about that. We got our first little bit of milk. And that is really cute how it comes out. It's too heavy to carry. I believe I need a special tanker to pick this up anyway. So I think regardless, I won't need a pallet fork, that's for sure. These are going to end up being in the way, so I'll get those out at some point. But yeah, so that's how it looks. Oh, how exciting. Good sheep. Good sheep. In fact, let's add a few more sheep. Animal dialogue. Should we put in some brown Swiss? So that's 1,000. 2. Let's put in 5. So we've got 15 in total. That feels good. We've got 15 cows, 15 sheep. We're still a small holding at the moment. Oh, I love them so much. Okay, anyway, stop looking at the sheep. Let's get to work. Excitingly, we have a pallet of lettuce to sell. You heard it, our first pallet. Let's run around the lake and have a look. We might be lucky and have some olives. Running. I really should go. Brought my truck. We do. Look, guys. Oh, isn't this exciting? Okay. And we have plenty of honey. So we'll come and grab all of this to sell. We'll obviously leave the sheep milk. I'm still going to leave the cow milk in situ. I haven't had any more thoughts about the slurry manure situation. Obviously, it's very money dependent anyway. There are some smaller BGA mods that can be purchased, which is probably more realistic to the size of the farm that I have anyway. Oh, this looks ready to harvest. Yes, it is. Oh, we've got an exciting day ahead of us, everyone. I hope you're as excited as I am. I've got a massive smile on my face. We are ready to harvest our own crops. Oh, okay, I'm going to get us all lined up. I'll bring the trailer over, I'll get the harvester over here, and I'll see you in a minute. So in my excitement earlier, I actually forgot I don't have a proper trailer. I only have the auto baler and a forage wagon, and all of that's rented anyway. So we're going to need to go and buy one. So let's have a peek very quickly at what's available to us. Unfortunately, there is nothing in this sale. That does intrigue me a little bit, but I definitely don't have 42,000 to spare. So we're going to skip on past and look at the trailers. So we really should invest in one ourselves. The difficulty is maximising the size without spending a fortune. So I think no more than 25,000. So that's kind of, I'm just going to check at the end, make sure there's no, it does normally go in price order, but when you get mods, sometimes some drop in at the end. See, that's 19 for 32. That's a very good price. Oh, that's cheap. That's 26,000 for 19.2. That's incredible. Okay, I think it might be one of these. Even though I said I wasn't going to go over 25, I think that's going to be worth it, don't you? Cover, no cover, so no cover. We'll be fine without. Wheel brand. If it doesn't cost me any more, I'll have a peek. Okay, go BKT for a change. Grain slide. Standard. Let's just have a quick check. Look. May as well just go for standard, haven't we? I'll keep the style exactly the same as intended. And I think we will just buy this one because we do need to invest in this ourselves. And I'm going to take the John Deere out for a little spin. I haven't used it very much. And she could do with a little bit of fuel. So whilst I'm in town, I'll get the fuel, I'll pick up the trailer. And actually, I did have a little sneaky peek off camera at BGA options. I did. I know I shouldn't have, but I did. Would you like to know my thoughts? I'm just going to pull in here. I know there's no traffic, but it feels like I should pull in anyway. Okay, let me show you. So in productions and factories, there is so many mods available for other BGAs. Now this particular Lizard Energy Pack is brilliant. And this one here, it's small, but we don't have a large production yet anyway. And what my mind is thinking, so you could put in silage, manure and slurry in here, and you know how much I like making silage. This could be a really good moneymaker. It pours out electric, methane and digestate. I have used the BGAs in the past before I started creating content, and it is what elevated every single one of my farms. So I think this might be the one. The other thing is you can get fermenter extensions, I believe, so you can just start building onto. We will need a bunker to put everything in. So it isn't just the price that you're looking at there, which is 85,000. We have to have a bunker to put everything in. Now, there are a couple of different options. There are different size options, and there's also with biogrinder. Now, why I say that is the other thing that you can put into these fermenters is sugar beet, but it actually needs sugar beet cut to work. So if you're growing sugar beet and you don't yet have a process in place for cutting them, you can use the biogrinder. You put the sugar beet in whole and it grinds them out for you. That's a good option. That is a good option. Am I likely to be able to harvest my own sugar beet at the moment? I'm not sure, but it does produce a lot of methane and electric charge. I tell you that now. But otherwise, we could just get a small one. And the slot count isn't too big either. If you have a quick peek, the slot count for these are low, considering what they do. It's really quite impressive, I have to be honest. And I normally set them to auto selling, so every hour you just get a little bit of money in your bank account. So as well as cheesemongering, I think biogas, BGA, is on the cards. I think that's what not only is the best, for me, is the best use of the slurry and the manure. And it doesn't, I'm not saying that I won't use some of the manure or slurry for fertilizing, I'm not saying that at all. But for maximizing the resources of the farm, to maximize my income, that is the route I think I'm going to go, because I know it works. And if we want to grow this farm to be something special, then yes, I'm going to have to work my little butt off to earn some money to be able to afford that, but I'm good with that. I'm good at working hard. I'm not shy of it. Look, there's some cornfields there that need harvesting. I bet there's a couple of contracts available. So, but first and foremost, we're going to focus on our own farm because that takes absolute priority. And yeah, let's just celebrate that we're taking out our first crops. We've got a plan. We've finally got some sheep milk. I really feel like we're processing. We're not even at episode 10 yet. I know at some point I'll do a real survival challenge. That would be so I have nothing, no land, no nothing. That would be quite interesting. I think I would like to give that a go. And maybe I'll even do seasonal growth. Because even though this is on hard economy, I feel like we're progressing quite well. But that might be because I am putting in quite a lot of hours off camera. And that does make a difference, because if I didn't, we wouldn't really be in this position. And you would be watching some very boring episodes. You would just be like, oh, not Abby's doing more silage bales. There's only so much silage I know one can watch. But it is my favourite thing to do right now, because it's been able to put us in this position where we can buy more things. I know I had over 100,000, but that Vermeer was important. We do have a lot on lease, so my lease fees were about 5,000. So I do need to have a look to see, do I really need everything? I think I've messed up a little bit there by not reviewing. Before I went to sleep, I need to review exactly what I have in my lease items, and do I want to spend more money to keep them just sitting there on my farm? That's the question I have to be asking myself, and I need to get better at that. I normally don't have so much on lease, and that's why I keep forgetting. So I need to be regimented on that. But what I'm going to do now, so you don't have to sit and listen to me talk on my way back, because I will just keep talking, and I need a sip of my coffee, I will meet you back at the soybeans. See you in a moment. Hello everyone. Just filling the fertiliser. We're going to fertilise the field first, because I have a really bad feeling I'm going to forget. In my excitement, I'll probably end up forgetting. So we're going to do this first, so it's at the forefront of my mind. We definitely won't use 4,800 litres, but hey, I'll get it filled up. We're going to, whatever we end up putting in the field to the back, we're going to need some fertiliser anyway. So I thought we would just go fill as we mean to go on. Okay, let's get to work. Ooh, this is going to struggle. I'll probably get the whole width done, you know. It's too late to move over. I'll do a little strip down the side once we're done. I'm just going to move over ever so slightly. Make sure I'm getting right to the edges. This Vectra really is a workhorse. I'm so pleased we bought it in those first... Was it the first or the second episode? I can't remember now. That has made a difference, because the John Deere, bless it, it's just not powerful enough. But it's going to stay with me, because it's good for trailer work. And this is where you see the bits of the grass which haven't been seeded properly. I wasn't concentrating, guys, clearly. That's a shame. Now let's do this bit. And that bit which I thought I hadn't done, hasn't been done, look. Oof. That's going to annoy me the whole season until this is ready. Okay, so let's lower the width slightly. Let's get to work. Oh, that strip is going to... My OCD is already kicking in. I should have followed my gut and just seeded over it. It just didn't look right, did it? Or I should have looked at the map, the mini-map. That would have been a more sensible and logical thing to do. But hindsight is a wonderful thing. And we still do have quite a large field full of sorghum here. It's not like it's a tiny field. This is a field to be proud of. We ploughed it ourselves. Against all the odds, we did manage to roll it, lime it. Now it's getting its second load of fertiliser. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Change the working width. have a quick look. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. So all you need to do now is grow. Be good. Okay. So yes, I do talk to... Apparently, if you talk to plants, it helps them. So maybe it's more helping the humans. I don't know. What's everyone's theories on that? Leave a comment. Does talking to plants encourage them, or is it just good for humans' mental health? Alright, let's pop this back at the yard. As you can see, our new trailer is sitting there ready with the harvester. I'm just going to pop this here because I'm too excited to get started, if I'm honest. Now, this harvester at some point is going to need an upgrade. I'm really not sure how it's going to cope with the hilly nature of that field over there. But we managed to do all of field 1. So, you know, this harvester's got a very good place in my heart. We spent many hours together. Okay. Let's get this done, shall we, guys? So I'll probably end up putting some of this on a time lapse so you don't need to watch all the time. It's looking... This is going to be a great field, you know. It's our first harvest on our field, on our farm, of course. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll put this on a time lapse, otherwise I'm just going to mumble the entire way through and you'll all be very bored. So I'll see you in a moment. The field is complete. I actually subbed the rest of it out to a contractor and took on a couple of baling contracts. So I, ladies and gentlemen, have been very busy. It's been a lot of fun. Now, I've had a quick look, whilst this is going down, I've had a quick look at the pricing for soybeans, and it's not good for this time of year. We're in November. So I think I'm going to store the rest of these soybeans, but oats is actually doing quite well, and we have 19,000 litres of that. So I'm thinking, let's store these, and let's get the oats out and go and sell the oats. And then I've finished that contract there on field 37. I've got one on field 33. So I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, and I'm going to sell whatever leftover bales I have. It's been quite a productive day on the farm today. This obviously needs cultivating, so I might... because I've got that horrible little cultivator. It's going to take forever, so I might set a worker on that, if I'm honest. Just so that gets going. Whoopsie. I think that's probably going to be the best bet. I don't really want to spend money on another cultivator just now. Excellent. Okay. So that gave us, that field, 37,148 litres of soybeans. We do need to decide what we're going to put in there next. I haven't a clue, if I'm honest. I'll be really honest with you, I'm not sure what to put in there. But for now, let's just focus on getting our oats sold. Where should we sell them? That's the question. Okay. Let's just do HH milling. That's the one, that's quite some distance, isn't it? I think, if I'm right, it's all the way over here. Is it this one? HH selling, HH milling, yeah. So it's a bit of a journey. So what I'm going to do, let's set this worker off to start driving, and then I'll take over in a minute. Right, I'll let him start the drive. Let's get that field number 35 cultivating. So let's drop all this. I'm going to start trying to utilise the AI workers now to try and get multiple contracts done in November. Because as soon as we hit December, we may not have as many contracts. Although seasonal growth is off, so I'm not sure if that's going to have an effect. Let's drop that. Pop the weight on. So we're going to these 3 days of November that we have. We are going to need to maximise and just work really hard. There's going to be no compromise, really. Okay, let's get this worker on here. Let's just check it's all okay. Yep, perfect, good. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Fold that harvester back up. So yeah, it's been a good work. We've got a few more hours. It's going to get dark quite early, and I'm really, really conscious of that. I've got a good number of bales behind me. The only tricky thing is both of the baling contracts are to the same location. So I should have taken one, completed one, then done the other one. Oof. Sometimes it can get a little bit confused as to which contract you're trying to complete. So I need to be a little bit cautious of that. My little workhorse harvester. At some point this is going to need some fuel. I think I'm going to put this in the workshop. So I need to tidy up my yard a little bit. And this should fit, hopefully. Ooh. Okay, so I'll need to drop the header. Let's pop the header on the side here. Not ideal, but I will start working on the yard a little bit more. It needs a little bit of landscaping. I need a better shed. But for now, let's just pop that in there. So it's nice and safe. Okay, so these are the bales I've got. And he's managed to finish that task that quickly. That's amazing. Okay, let's go sell these oats. Not sure what I'm going to get out of this, but money's money. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is very good. Ooh, 19,727. I am very happy with that. Whoops, I'm so sorry. It's your right away. I should have looked. That's put a smile on my face. That was one of the first contracts we did on field number 1. That was what we were left with. And I've actually kept it for all that time and not done anything with it. So yeah, that's something to celebrate, guys, for sure. So I'm going to get a worker to take this back, because my focus now needs to be, actually I'll just get him to take it in here. Check on this. Is there any stones? So weeds are growing already. Yep, there are stones. So we're going to need to borrow that stone picker again. We're probably going to need to tidy up the edges afterwards. We're going to need a weeder as well. Okay, we're probably not going to finish this field today. At least if we can get it cultivated, I'd be very happy. That's number 1 priority. Get that cultivated. Let's take these down to the livestock and see how this is going to affect the contracts. Let me just show you. Whilst I'm showing you, I'll get them to drive there. So I've taken on these 2 contracts, and as you can see, they're both silage bales and they're both going to Larson's livestock. So I started on 37. I haven't done 33 just yet. So there's quite a lot to consider right now as to whether the job is going to get done or not. It's hard to say. And yes, I know I'm using workers a lot right now, but my hope is I can maximise my time if I'm not driving from A to B to A to B. One of the other biggest reasons is as you probably heard me say before, I am going on holiday from the 1st to the 9th of October, and I'm trying my best to get enough recorded for while I'm away as well. Just going to cut across my own field. I can't be angry at myself. Well, I can be angry at myself, but the girls are nice and quiet today. They went for a lovely run up at a local field. Okay, workers are blocked. How blocked? Are they going to unblock themselves? Doesn't look like it. Have they unblocked themselves? Yeah, they have. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Yeah, we have a beautiful sort of local nature reserve near us. Just going to hop in here out of the way. And me and my husband took our little girls up there for a big run. Oopsie, I did a terrible job there. Yeah, we had a lovely run. One's coming right there. Let me get out of that one's way. Yeah, we had a lovely run. I didn't run, I walked very slowly. And we had a whale of a time. The girls ran around, burnt off a load of energy, and now they're absolutely fast asleep. So it's given me plenty of time to get some recording done. Okay, so this is now done. Let's go over here. And the question is, how is this going to work? Let's go forward a little bit. Let's unload the bales. Unload bales here. See, it's attributed to that one, you see. This is the problem. That was the bales from that farm. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of a problem on my hands. You never really... The game gets a tiny bit confused when the delivery point is the same location. That's the problem that we have in hand right now, is that we're trying to deliver to the same point. So what I'll do is I'll get this field completed, number 33, and I'll see you back at the livestock sell point, and we'll take it from there. See what happens. It may be a case that we can only finish one contract and we have to forfeit the other one. I'm not sure. That'll be a mistake that I've made, and I definitely won't do it again. It looks like our... Okay, right, I'm going to drive around you, because I'm going to need this up at the field, 33, so I'll get you to go over there, and I will drive... I'll drive this. Right, let's go. I will see you, hopefully, I expect it'll be more like 5-6 o'clock game time, so I'll see you very soon. Here with our first load from the field, let's just have a look to see what results we're going to get. Let's go unload bales. Oh, it's not letting me push them aside. Hang on a minute, let me just abort. There we go. Okay, so it's now recognised. It's focusing on field 33, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's still very focused on field 33, so I think it's going to be the case that we finish field 33, complete the contract, complete that contract, bring down the rest for field 37, and then as soon as that's done, we'll be able to hopefully sell anything that's left over for a little bit of extra cash. So I'm going to wrap all those bales because I've borrowed the baler. I've borrowed that, so I'm going to definitely need to keep it before I complete. This is obviously my own, so I will see you once everything has been done. So that took a tiny bit longer than I thought. We have 13 bales here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 piles of 16. So we're going to slowly put these in to the sell point to see what we end up with. Okay, so I'm going to reset and put the operating position on. This should slowly start piling back up. Yep. The cows are going to wake Roxy up in a minute. Oh, it didn't take those two. Let me just reset. Let's unload them again. Okay. So that's 79% transported for field 33. It's still not recognising 37 at all. Let me just reset the baler. What I'm actually thinking of doing is just taking a few. Okay. Now let's see what we get. Unload the bales. Unload bales here. 95%, okay. I've got to be really careful now because I don't want to take too many. What if I go about here? This is painful to watch. Okay, so that's 98. We need one more. I very doubt I'm only going to be able to get one, but let's try. Okay, it's 2. I'll take it. So that's that contract completed. And now the other one's gone to 20% completed for field 20. So that's good news. It didn't add like 110% or something. So let's close this contract. We're going to complete on that one. We're going to finish this one right now. Okay, so this shouldn't need that many bales, theoretically. It was a tiny field, tiny field. So I'm going to see, I'm not going to be able to make that little... Let's try this amount. Okay, it's finished. Excellent news. Okay, so I'm very close to 100,000. What I need to do now is grab the rest. I may as well just sell them while I'm up here. I've got a load of bales left over, look. Wow. Okay, that was worth every single minute. I'm just going to go up here and turn around. It's going to be interesting to see what we end up earning extra. It's another 18,000. We're back over the 100,000 mark. I'll get those ones in a minute. Spinner back round, so this should be another 18,000. Then we don't have enough for a full load there, but I think that's seven extra bales. Yep, there's another 18,000. Reset operating position. Let's pick this one up. Let's get these other 6, spin it round and see where we end up. Done. Another 8,000. I don't know about you, but I'm extremely pleased with that day's work. That's been unbelievably productive. And also, you've got to remember, we haven't even sold our honey, we haven't sold our lettuce, we only sold silage bales and oats. We've harvested 37,000 litres of soybeans, which we're going to wait until the price has increased to make maximum return on that investment. I actually didn't plant those myself, I know, but of course I'm going to want to make as much money as possible from selling them. They're about 2/3 of the price that they could be. So I'm going to watch that very carefully when we switch into the next month. I believe it's around March and April that they are going to be at the best price possible. What I just want to do before I leave you for this episode, I think we're very close to coming to an end right now. I just want to go and have a look at field 37, see how the worker is getting on with the cultivating. And of course, at each stage, I have utilised the AI workers. I am now a small holding. I do have a little bit of cash. I've got a lot of money to invest, yes, but where is he? Let's have a look. There's some bits on the edge I need to fix up, but I can do that off camera. There he is. He hasn't even put some lights on. You're working in the dark? Oh, now you put some lights on. Good idea. It's a bit dark for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed recording it. It's been a great one. Not only have we bought some new equipment, our sheep are now producing their milk. We actually now have harvested our own. We've made some money. Yeah, it's going really well, guys. I can't wait to see what's in store for the next episode. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye now.